Alright, y'all, I'm back. I had to learn about this. I couldn't see nothing. I don't think I had it set up right before, so I ended the live stream. But on the other live stream, we had some questions that we asked the card, so y'all can go back and look at that. It's good for y'all. What's going on this Saturday, y'all? I had it set up wrong. I couldn't see nothing. So somebody was saying something. I couldn't see it. What's a good game on this Saturday night? What's going on with y'all? Let me think of what else I want to ask. The burning question is, there's so much stuff was going on at the end. And everybody got so much to say. I really want to know what the cards got to say. Like, was Vaughn really seeing, hey, Joy High, what's going on with you? You got a question you want me to ask the cards? Something you want to talk about? How was your birthday? Since I know if I don't like this deck, I'm gonna use this deck. Hey, 10-9, how are you doing? So I don't think I set up the other live stream right. It was good. That's good, Joy. So on the other live stream, I did ask the cards, was the energy cards, whether Von felt the baby was his. We got deceit and heartbreak, so I don't think it is, but whatever. But my next question, I want to see, was they really in a relationship? So was this girl in a real relationship with Von? Like, was he really seeing her? Was it something more than what she think it was? Like, was it a real relationship? Because it seems like whenever he was with somebody he was involved with, that he was loud and proud. He would let the world know. Hey, Kendra, and tell people. So I just want to see, like, was they in a real relationship? Like, what does the card say? Is it something y'all want to know? Do I follow Alexis K. Taylor? Tyler? Want to be truthful? No, I don't. I don't follow her. It's not because I'm hating on her or nothing. I just think she's weird. And the reason why I don't follow her is because 2 years ago when Nipsey died, she was putting up a whole bunch of videos on Nipsey, and I think I told the story. It was a young lady who was friends with Nipsey, and the lady was telling all kinds of lies on the girl, and she had people going to the girl's Instagram page threatening her, saying that she was involved in Nipsey's death, that she was using her daughter. She did it. Okay, let me say this right. She said that Nipsey's childhood friend had something to do with his death because she wanted her daughter to be more successful in modeling, which was stupid as hell because Nipsey already was using her daughter for modeling, and the young lady that knew Nipsey had been knowing him from like 6th or 7th grade. So the stuff that she said about the young lady was totally false, and people were going to her page threatening her life and threatening her daughter's life. Well, her mother had to come on and make a video saying that the stuff that Alexis was saying was false. She said that the girl grew up in a single family home and that she didn't have the love of her father. And it was a bunch of stuff that the lady was saying, that the mother came on Instagram and said that the lady was outright lying, that she don't know her or her daughter, that she was raised in a 2-parent family home, that her child knew Nipsey Hussle since middle school, that they were friends, they were still friends. So when you put out false information like that that's endangering people's lives, no, I don't follow people like that. That shit is weird to me. Like you just don't make up shit. If you're not really in the spirit and you just making up stuff and you endangering people's lives, no, I don't follow that weird lady. Because it was a proven thing that what she said about this young lady was false. And on top of that, it's crazy because I had spoke to the girl through Instagram. I had just, felt bad that so many people were bashing her. And turned out the girl, when she said she worked at the barbershop, she's a painter. And she lived in the neighborhood. So when she heard that Nipsey had died or he got shot, she ran from a paint, she was throwing a paint party. So she ran up there. So Alexis K. Tyler said that the lady worked at the barbershop. So she was all wrong. No, I don't follow her. That's some weird bullshit. I think she's a weird lady. It's crazy to me. Somebody came in my DMs too that knew Alexis K. Tyler. And I didn't know at first that she knew her, but it gave me weird vibes. I'm not going to say what she told me all about her, but what she told me about the lady makes sense. She's just off. No, I don't follow her ass. And it was really bad to because her name is I talked to her, I follow her on Instagram. Let me tell you what's her name. And all his friends, he got a core group of friends, Nipsey. So they all interact with each other. It's like one on a subway. Everybody he ever interacted with, even if they were still wherever they were from, as long as they were doing something to motivate themselves, he never left them behind. So all these friends that were still his core group of friends, they still interact with each other on Instagram. That's why I'm like, why are you saying all this stuff about this girl? And they were really threatening her. Oh, Talented Dawson. Her name is Talented Dawson on Instagram. Talented Dawson. Talented Lawson. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was crazy. That's her. Oh, you can't see it. But her name is Miss Lawson, Creative Soul LLC. Talented Lawson. Yeah, they have been friends since middle school. She had pictures of them, and she never said nothing like out of the way. She was just really hurt because her friend got killed. They were proud of Nipsey, and then for that lady to get on there and lie, talking about she was a crisis actor and she was paid to set Nipsey up. That was just messed up. And then her mother had to get on Instagram and defute what the lady said. So I don't trust that lady at all. I don't believe shit that lady said. No. And then she had pictures of like they were from middle school on until like they were still, friends. Like you was friends with Nipsey Hussle. He didn't leave you, but you were doing what you was doing and you was progressing in life. He still was friends with you. Because everybody got their own what equal to their marathon they're running, as he was saying. What y'all doing on this Saturday? What's good, gang? But you can ask me, about that crazy lady if you like. I just don't. And anybody that, man, y'all know them. It's her. It's another lady that they clicked together. I don't know, but who am I to say? I just don't follow them. I'm pretty sure they say I don't know what the hell I'm talking about either. But who knows? Yeah. Talented Lawson, that's the young lady's name. Yeah. Her mother got on there and was like, look, you psychic lady. She went off on her ass. I told her she should have sued her ass for defamation of character. And then she asked me, were you the one who said she should sue me? I'm like, hell yeah, I did. Because you fucking lied, bitch. You don't play with people's life like that. Like, this stuff is serious. Like, people be on there trying to get clicks and views, This lady trying to, whatever you think you infatuated with Nipsey Hussle, that's fine. Don't go on there and this girl got to live in LA. You know how people is about Nipsey in LA? They're killed for Nipsey. So you out there putting this young lady out there talking about she has something to do with his death and they're threatening her life and her child's life. I do not respect anybody like that. And I don't know how anybody follows people that put other people's lives in danger and you just making up stuff. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You don't do stuff like that. People will kill your ass in LA for Nipsey. And, this girl got to live out there. I only asked because of the C card. She said they would give the girl, I gotta get my glasses. Let me get my glasses on. Hold on. I'm squinting. Oh, maybe they'll be here. Hold on. I just need my glasses. No, I think they'll be here. I'll be right back, bro. Get my glasses. I see my glasses, Lord. Hold on, y'all. I see my glasses. Oh, I got it. I got it. I don't know. It's something else I would tell y'all too. See, like, everybody got their own way of doing stuff. When you pulling people's energy, you gotta do rituals and stuff like that for people energy to come to you. I think that's crazy. Let's see. I only asked because of the C card. She said that they would give the girls Plan B, and Von thought she took it. Probably so. But either didn't or looked like a random pill. That could be true. She might be right. I'm not saying that, like, none of us are completely Bible, right? You know what I'm saying? But think about this too. And his music, did he say, I'll give you a Plan B and a hug? You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you gotta be thinking like, did she hear that in a song? Did that really come to her in the spirit? Mom probably did do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's no fucking telling. But you gotta think about these people. Like, a lot of that stuff they be hearing in music. You know what I'm saying? And then they act like they done got it from somewhere. But that probably is true. And like that young lady, if you think about it, She had to get pregnant right before he died. It's his. So did he even know? Will we ever know? And my thing is like, if she claimed that they was really in a relationship or whatever, which is cool, they was in a relationship, that's fine. If that's his child, his family would want to be involved. But we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But I would think I would have been in talks all these months with his family, like, you know, this is his blood, whatever, making sure that it's known, get my paperwork in order, asking them, because I believe if they think that's his child, they're gonna claim it. His family's gonna take care of his kids. So one way or the other, we're gonna find out whether it's Bonds. His mother, his family love his children. So if that's really his child, we gonna know. But what's crazy is right before or right after Von passed, a lot of stuff was coming out, and people, I guess they already had knew that the girl was sleeping with his cousin and him, but they didn't know some stuff that his cousin was doing to him, and that came out. So it's a lot of stuff that people don't know that people was doing to Von, or was they just didn't know. So who's to say that it wouldn't even look like him anyway if both the cousin and him was sleeping with him? So they're gonna have to get a blood test. The girl gonna have to get a blood test, and you just can't. I mean, it should be alleged, because until it's proof that that's his child, it's alleged. But she probably is right. Ain't no telling what the hell. They probably did give that girl Plan B. And those little messages that she showed, very messy, very messy. Because at the end, I don't think Von was thinking in his right mind. You can kind of look at some of those videos and look back at how he was acting. It's like he looked like he was tired to me, like he was on drugs sometime, like he wasn't. Like when he wasn't on drugs, he was calling for Asian. When he was on drugs, he was doing crazy stuff. It was just crazy. It's just like a bunch of mess was going on. But a lot of stuff Von found out at the end made him act that way, because he felt he was finding out a lot of stuff about how people was around him. I don't know. I felt like maybe he felt he didn't know what else he could do because he was surrounded by a bunch of people he couldn't trust. So what's going on, y'all? What else y'all want to know or ask me? Yeah, I don't know. I just get like, maybe some of these people take this stuff and they do it for entertainment. Because if you look at them, like the lady told me that the lady don't leave out her house. That kind of made a lot of sense to me. Because you are on there making 1,000 videos talking about date night to Nipsey Hussle. So that kind of makes sense that you don't leave out your house. Then if you don't leave out your house, what reality are you really living in? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you creating your own reality? I don't know. And it's like, if you're doing this for a living, you gotta make scenarios where people gonna want to tune into you. You know what I'm saying? And I did watch her before. I watched some of them Nipsey Hussle videos, and I just started looking at the shit. I'm like, this shit just look crazy as hell. I just couldn't do it no more. I don't know. But yeah, the lady told me she don't leave our house. Only time she leave out her house is to go perform. So maybe, if you don't be knowing some of the stuff about people, it makes you look at them different once people start telling you different things. Like once I got on YouTube and people was asking me, could they DM me or ask me questions, they start telling me about different stuff. Then you don't know if they're telling you the truth, but then you go back and you look, and some of that stuff make a lot of sense. But you can't never knock nobody. You gotta get paid how you get paid. I don't know, y'all. Just remember, the world's a stage, and we all just merely players. A lot of times when people be putting out one thing, it's just to get the reaction, just to get, I guess, the views, just But I just don't believe, like, when you're playing with real people's lives and you're putting people in danger, that's messed up. What else been going on the internet, y'all, that I've been missing? I was at work today. What y'all got going on? I did want to see. Was they in a relationship? Because them damn text messages, it seemed like they probably knew they was kicking it or whatever. Ain't no telling what Vaughn was telling that girl. It's just like, go get grandbaby. Hurry up. It was like he was rude as fuck. It didn't seem like it didn't say nothing sweet or loving. So I'm like, what are you proving? All it proved to me was it was another girl that Kayla put with Vaughn or tried to hook him up with. That's all it proved to me. That you knew crazy ass Kayla and she sent all these. Why all the women that he was with, it seemed like Kayla sent them to him. I don't know. Crazy. Is you and this girl Skylar Knight really in a real relationship? We are in a relationship. Let's see. Are you? And is her name really Skylar? What the fuck is it? I seen something that said Deja or something. I don't know. Were you in a relationship with the girl who's supposed to be having, who's supposed to have your baby? I don't know. I got a warrior. And I got karma. And I got Oshala, which is somebody that's always fighting with themselves, like the younger self and the older self. So it could be he was messing with the girl. Messing with her, probably telling her something. And this the karma he get? Who knows? And I know this Oshala is always about you defeating your younger self and your older self. It's like the things you did in your younger self, you trying to be more present in your older self. I don't really think that tells us nothing. Let me see. Let me ask these other cards. The energy oracle cards. See what is that? Was Vaughn in a relationship with this young lady? He was? What do you think he was? My glasses be tripping. Have I talked to Asian? Today I sent her, I just, well, I did. I think I just said, how are you? And she was like, hey, that was it. She gets really busy. I don't really say too much unless I have something to say. She be busy. I sent a video or something. She liked it. She be on the go. I have something to say or something I feel I'll really say something and she'll say something back. I don't like to bother unless I have something, people be busy trying to make their money. Mom, was you in a relationship with this young lady? What was the energy behind you and this young lady? So I got Goddess of the Moon, the sixth chakra, Archangel, Meteoron, and Deceit. Again, I don't know. You're going to see what this Goddess of the Moon is. Oh. So Goddess of the Moon is number 52. Why Deceit keep coming off of this girl? Who knows? So he's telling me to go within. Intuition, go within, Goddess of the Moon. This card shows an eternal spirit holding a bright reflective moon, standing in front of the crystal clear water of sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon. The light is inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving this card tells you you have the power to get the intuitive information on all types of issues. Now is the time to use it. I'm going to use my intuition. I'm going to tell y'all hell no. So if we're going to go with that, I would say no. And I just felt something when I said that. So you probably like, you already know. Because I keep hearing hell no in my head, but okay. So then we got sixth chakra, Archangel, Metatron. Let's see what this means. And the last card was Deceit. So whatever she was doing was deceitful. Clearly. Clarity, thought, and personal vision. This is a very powerful card. It's about using our third eye again. Third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process, expand your perspective, and broader horizons. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision and use your inner clarity to the answers of your thoughts. Your insight is what you need for your answers. Then the last card I got was Deceit. So we know what that means. Deceit. So was they in a relationship? So use my own intuition. I would say no. Then if he said that she was deceitful towards him, and that's the same card I got when I asked was the baby his? It was deceit. Hidden tactics and manipulation. This card comes as a warning. There may be some deception going on. A person hiding behind curtains, likely someone you know or deal with, either personal or professionally. So I don't think there was a relationship. I think they was messing around probably, and could be true. He probably thought that she did whatever and she wasn't supposed to be pregnant, but who the hell knows? We can ask the angel cards, yes or no. Let's see. Angels. When you're in a relationship, it's just supposed to have it. Was this your woman? Were you in a relationship with this young girl who claims to be having a baby? We're y'all together. I got in the near future. What does that mean, Ron? Was y'all together or not? It's up to you. I cannot get a clear answer. Yes or no? Will you with this girl? Compromise. With it or not, shit. I'm not getting a yes or no answer though. But not the right time. I don't know what that means. I do not know. There's only time will tell. Anybody in the chat want to ask me a question? Anybody got something that they want to know? I was asked that on the live chat. Y'all never say nothing. Y'all say a little bit, but y'all don't say too much. I gotta think of some readings I want to do for y'all, some other subjects besides just Bond, because he really want us to bring to the light other stuff, you know, because we're gonna move on and like just try to let people know what was going on with the music industry and just other things that people wanted to ask, but they keep on bringing them back up and putting them back in. Hey, Kate, Catalia, I don't know if I said that right. How you doing? They keep bringing them back into it. It's like you feel like somebody needs to say something, you know, to at least not disrespect this person or to try to get out some semblance of the truth. Like, it's like they just want to get paid or say negative stuff to keep them in the blogs. You want to leave it alone, but then it pulls you back in. Yeah, I don't want to stay on Vine. Like, I want her. I want to help. You know, how do I say that? Because I guess people don't really realize, like, when you are pulled in something like the spirit like that, when somebody needs your help, what do? Like, because he goes, I don't know if he still do when he wanted his story out. He was going to other, like, a lot of people to try to get people just to tell the story. But I think, like, some people he really knew that kind of felt he that knew it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, that could kind of relay messages to people he loved. He used them. Like how I talked to Asian or I talked to his cousin because he wanted to be able to speak to them through the spirit or somebody that he felt that they would be able to understand. So as long as he need me to do something like that, I will do it. But he don't want to stay on it either. He don't like. He would love him to stop fucking talking about him and stop disrespecting him and stuff like that. But then they keep doing it. It's like they're trying to get paid off his name, and it's just like it's crazy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, they don't do that to nobody else, and it's like, why they keep doing it to him? But it's all about money. Hey, my twin brother was locked up with King Von before he got famous, and I used to talk to King Von and DM in 2019. I want to know, is Dirk still in King Von lyrics? That's another thing. So this lady, right, that was DMing me, and I'm thinking this girl was just trying to like learn or like really was concerned. But the more that I won't say she's not concerned, I'm not gonna say that because everybody's not ready to think in the spirit. But that's a good question because she was like, I've been knowing. I don't see how she knew. Maybe she do know Dirk. I don't know. Just yeah, she been knowing Dirk for years or whatever. But like I said, like if you've been following me or if you even took the time to research to go back to see my videos, you can see that even in the beginning, I didn't want to believe that Dirk was involved with it or nothing. But like I was trying to explain to her, the music industry has levels to it. The higher you go, the more stuff you do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just hard to explain a lot of it, but people play roles in it. And yeah, Dirk has something to do with the shit. And then that's why I was trying to tell her, like, why do you think his family got a separate lawyer? Why do you think his mother went and put the copyright out so people can't use the likeness of grandson, all the names that they call him, because they're making money off of him? How do you think that his mother feels that Dirk took his tracks from him? That's his life's legacy that his sister done gave to Dirk. Why would you do that? Now, why wouldn't you give his family his tracks? And then if you are on some music, then I'm sure the family would have gave you some of that music. Think about how many times Dirk has reinvented himself. And you know what? Listen, because if he got them tracks, whoever, like even if he gave it to the man from Empire, because the man from Empire is the one who invested in Vaughn. So even if he had to give it to the man from Empire to do whatever, I'm sure Dirk got some of them, you know. Listen to his music, y'all. You're gonna be able to tell if they are switching the words out. Y'all know Von's style. Y'all know how he rapped. So if they got his whole catalog of music and they just start making hits out of nowhere and we listen to it, we're gonna be able to tell if they switching it up. That's such a good question. Cause in my mind, I felt like they wanted that. I don't know what they call it. They wanted those that music because Von tell the truth in his music. So there's no telling if he recorded some stuff saying more on the music they didn't want people to hear, or are they going to use some of his music? That is such a good question. Yep, Von, yep. But it's hard for people not to think in the like in the natural. It's not easy for people to think in the spiritual when we are only this body is just a housing for our spirit. Our spirit never dies. So like if we believe in the Bible or some part of the Bible or a creator, then you should already know what supernatural stuff that goes on in the realm. But people are so used to being given information and not trying to feel for themselves. They want to be led like sheep. It's like, but you can't be mad at them. But then you thinking like you want to try to explain stuff, but people don't. They're not willing to like even look past what they feel they can see. It's just crazy. Like girl kept going back and forth with me about grown men and Dirk not responsible for what grown men do. I'm like, it's deeper than that. Do you understand that it's more than what you just seen? It's like I'm like, how many people gotta die around Dirk before you not to believe this boy got something going on? Like, this is not a coincidence. And it's like when y'all 2019, we stepped into the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius was going to start to put stuff in the forefront. I knew then that the people that were seeking higher in spirituality was going to start to separate from the people who were stuck. So as we go higher, and the people that's like don't care, they still following the Joneses, want to keep up with who got this Gucci and who doing this on IG. They're gonna be stuck down here. But the people who are seeking higher gonna keep going higher because we know that time is like stuff is about to like stuff is getting real. Like if the pandemic didn't teach people how real stuff is, they just lost. And they still don't understand that. Like, but what can you do? But I think like once you deal with loss of people and when you deal with some like different traumas and stuff in your life and you got to start thinking and trusting so much in God, you feel things on a different level, different vibration that stuff is just not simply what you see. So the Get Back was playing for a moment on Vine and exposure is real. Yeah, don't and what's crazy to me, y'all. In a way, I always say this. I feel Von knew that he could die, like he may die. I think he knew that he might die, but he had no other choice. He couldn't stay in Chicago, so he had to leave Chicago. And then I think that he knew, like, look, I'm gonna try to change, but if it don't work out, let me do this music thing so I can help my family. And I think that's what he was trying to do. Like, do as much as he could for the people he loved. But it was crazy that he thought those people, like his so-called friends, was loyal and they wasn't. Yeah. I don't even know how to explain it. I want to say that I think Von, you know, it's just so much because people always want to get back to what they did when they was kids in Chicago, but they were set up from the beginning, them kids in Chicago. So that's a whole different thing. But I do want to say this, and people don't believe me. Von and Doug both wanted the killing to stop. They both was tired of it. But beef sells and the other stuff don't. Dirk didn't want Von to be talking about no peace. But nobody don't believe me. I don't lose my train of thought. I want to say from the beginning, like before he even left prison, like before he got out, before they let him off, he was already a marked man. I believe it's a lot of people eating off Von, not just the music people. I think the police was involved in it. I think judges was involved in it. I think industry people was involved in it. I think there's a lot of people eating off Von, and they was gonna eat off Von if he cooperated or if he didn't cooperate. If you get what I'm saying. So if Von would have laid down and did what they wanted him to do, it was gonna be all good. But if Von don't lay down and do what we want to do, it's gonna be all good. So they was gonna win either way. And in my mind, y'all, I believe it could have went a different way. I think that if Von wasn't the man he was, just like how Nipsey was, I think that if they wasn't the men they were, and they could have somehow lived with themselves by doing the rituals or whatever that the industry people want you to do to go up higher, their stories would have played out different. So if Von would have did the shit they wanted him to do, Dirk might not be here today. Because Dirk would have been irrelevant. Von would have took over and Dirk might have been Von's sacrifice. But Dirk knew Von wasn't going to do that shit. So he was setting them up either way. But you just got to think about like levels to these devils. And then like I listened to like how Cat Williams was talking about stuff. Then people want to call him crazy. He wasn't crazy. He knew what he was talking about. That's just like with the Nipsey Hussle thing. I don't know why I believe this, but I believe something went on that set of Higher. When DJ Khaled and what's that man that sing went out there to do that video with Nipsey Hussle, something went on that video set. Because for them to say they have to bring extra security, what you need extra security for? Nipsey is LA. He is a security. Something that they was sent to do or sent to tell Nipsey on that video set the whole train of stuff off. Or the lady at the airport who asked Von what his ID looked like. I said that too. I said that on a video I did months ago. God, when I tell you how I could feel the story on my heart, it was crazy. And Von was so fucking smart. So when they asked him for his ID or whatever, he got to thinking about the shit. I don't know if in his mind he thought, had I seen these people before, or do I need to go back? So when he went back, if you look at that video, when he went back, and he asked the lady, could he see her ID or her badge, and she showed him, and the man said something smart. Von put his phone, his video, Von was recording. The man was looking on his phone. The man cop, Von took his phone and put it down on the man's phone. I'm like, this boy's smart as hell. But they think he wasn't. He heard what the man said. Tomorrow you can go on or something he said. But when he said that to Von took his phone and turned it towards his phone. Yeah, he did. But then that same lady, that same lawyer lady, if she's really a lawyer, was going out as videos of her dating that man Trouble from Trouble, whatever that rapper guy name is, in Atlanta. We could 10-9. Because before I even made this channel, or before I made this channel, I used to belong to, or I still look at her videos, and I was really learned a lot from a lady named Rafiki Simone from the Mystic Circle, and she teaches you a lot. I think I shouted her out yesterday, and she gave us a lot of books and different things. I have been following her maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, and she really helped me learn. Like when you start to search and seek, you are sent to different people for different reasons, for different seasons, to help you grow in your spirituality. And she was really good. And we would talk about all kind of different topics. So yeah, we could talk about whatever. Nick was getting shook down and he didn't want to pay them anymore. That could be true. I wish I knew how to pronounce your name right. That could be true. What's her name again? I can't. Cat. I wish I knew how to pronounce your name. Catalia. Catla. Calia. You gotta tell me how to pronounce it. Look like you can tell me. I'm just gonna say Lee. Am I a medium? No, I'm not a medium. I'm more I would say intuitive, in tune with spirit. I wouldn't consider myself a medium. I feel different things, different stuff have come to me. I felt different people like Nipsey. I knew when I knew he was gonna die. I don't know, because I love Nipsey. I really like Nipsey, and my son did, and I could just feel him. And I knew when he was, I screamed. My dad was like, "What's wrong with you?" So I was talking about my son, and I'm like, "Nipsey dead." He's like, "Who was Nipsey?" Yeah, and I felt him on a different level. When Nipsey said he'll lead you to the lake, he connected me to a lot of his friends. Like, I think Cuzzy Capone follows me on Instagram. I talked to some of his women that were friends with him. I talked to a couple different guys, just like from different stuff that I say. They just, not because just because of what I said. Like Big U blocked me because I know you're right, he probably was getting shook down. I know Big U has something to do with a lot of that mess too. That's why I be looking, like when you see Black Sam, y'all know how hot it is in LA. And it be summertime. I used to be thinking in my mind, like, why Black Sam got a Carhartt coat on? It's hot as hell. But then I came to my mind, like, he got them guns on him. Yeah, that's crazy. Nipsey probably was getting shook down, but I think just like with Nipsey, just like with Von, it's a lot of people involved in this stuff. It's just not one fraction of one. It'd be like the police plus people working with the police plus the people from the industry. It'd be fraternal order stick together. So when they do stuff like this, they gotta have people in different circles to help them. So it just don't be one group of people, because when they start to evolve and come out the streets, so they involve with other stuff. So you gotta have different people and different groups helping you. So it's always different people working together. Yeah, Vaughn, he will. Something about Vaughn, like his. I think they messed with the wrong one this time. I really do. And like with Nipsey, I believe that the devil, like so much stuff is happening with bad, with the. How can I say? I believe so much dark and devilish stuff is happening because the devil time running out. I don't know in my mind. Vaughn always say be patient. He always say God got a bigger plan. I don't know, but that's just like with that MO3 case. That was crazy. A bunch of people played in the roles of that. It's just like we seeing so much stuff that we thought was hidden. But now, since that 2019, we going to the age of Aquarius and we still going up. The stuff that we didn't see before or we thought we knew that it's like right in front of our face now. Like, you like, stop playing with me. You think they killed him because he was gonna make that documentary about Dr. Sebi? I really don't. I don't really feel like that was a big part of why they killed Nipsey. They killed Nipsey because he was too smart. They killed Nipsey because he was self-reliant. Toward the end, when they did that last album with the Victory Lap, it was a big thing with the camp. Did they want to use major distribution? They had worked so hard for so many years that I think Nipsey knew they needed that major rollout. And they went back and forth, I think, between, the people who was in his inner circle, probably like Sam, Adam, whoever like was in his inner circle, like the people that was, it was a big thing that they want to use that distribution. And I know they were going to come for Nipsey regardless. But I wish he probably wouldn't have used that major distribution. Maybe they would have came a little bit later. I don't know. But you got to think about this. Nipsey, he owned more than just where the marathon was. He owned a lot of property over there. And they're gentrifying that area. It's a major railway coming through that area. And that's why the police hated them. But the police kept getting on the owners, remember, to kick them out. Because you think about it, the police was probably down with the mob people who wanted that land as well. See, remember I told y'all, it always be people working together. Fraternal orders stick together. So when the people who owned that land, that strip mall, didn't kick him out and sold it to him, that double pissed off the police. Because they wanted to get him out of there so the mob could buy it. Because the mob won't, because the railway is going to connect to all them stadiums. That's going to be, they want to gentrify it. To get the black people out of it like they did Detroit downtown. And that's going to be prime real estate for the people to come and like do like Harlem and all that kind of stuff. They wanted that land from Nipsey. They didn't want Nipsey teaching people how to computer code, making their own workspaces. They didn't want him to teach black people how to be self-reliant. Nipsey died for many reasons. Many reasons. And a lot of people was involved in Nipsey's death. Yes, land, his influence, and money. Yes. Let me tell y'all what happened. So, what was it? Remember when the Crips was trying to patent TMC or claim the TMC. The marathon continues. So I'm like, how they gonna do this? I'm like, that should always go to Nipsey's family. The marathon continues is the marathon. I got to do with Nipsey. So I said something to Big U on Instagram. I'm like, so are you a part of the Crips that are trying? I can't remember what were they doing? Are you a part of the Crips that are trying to get a TMC? Whatever I said. So basically, he called me a Nipsey hater, talking about you probably didn't buy nothing till Nipsey died. Blah, 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 just going off on me. I'm like, I don't give a damn when I bought whatever I bought. My question is, why is the Crips trying to take the TMC? That goes to his family. That ain't got nothing to do with the Crips. So why is the Crips trying to get something that Nipsey Hussle, he built on? Like you made Nipsey. You didn't make Nipsey. So after he said whatever he said to me, he blocked me. He blocked me on Instagram. And I swear to God, 5 minutes later, the LAPD County Museum tried to follow me. I'm like, what? Big U police. You can't tell me he ain't. That ain't no dang on coincidence. You blocked me and cussed me out. Did the LAPD County Museum try to follow me? That's some bull. I only put my glasses back on. Y'all can't see work on that. And these new glasses, I should have got bigger lenses because I can't hardly read. Where am I from? I'm from Detroit. I ain't really looked into that 10-9. Yeah, it's going to be more deaths. It's going to be more deaths because I don't know, like, you mean like in the music industry? Like, what do you mean? I could kind of like meditate on it and see, but yeah, it's going to be more. I want to know what they doing to NBA Youngboy in jail. Like, what are they doing to him? Like, I feel like it's some real suspicious stuff going on with that. So they eat forever off him. It's a hit dog that yes, but not all physical deaths make sense. No. Everything is not a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I'm not crazy. Everything is not a conspiracy. I ain't gonna say that. And I ain't gonna tell y'all that I was the biggest King Von fan before he passed either. I'm not gonna tell y'all that either. I knew who King Von was. And he younger than me. But when I seen this young dude, I'm like, oh yeah, he real, he good, he gonna be good. What made me focus on Von was when I seen that interview with Academics. And I seen how he was. I was like, yeah, I knew he was a real, like what he said he did. I could feel it. Now this was what, the week before he died, or the week that he died? Because I already know how Academics is. Academics is used by the industry. So when I seen that video, and he kept asking Von, what you looking around for? What you looking around for? That's what your God is supposed to be. And then was it not, I don't think it was a week later Von died. I'm like, oh yeah. I knew they had something to do with it. Academics, he is the one who set stuff up to trend. They tell him what to put out there. He is the one who do it. And when I looked at that video, when he was in that parking lot and how he came out of there, I'm like, none of that shit looked real to me. And it just stood on my heart like this kid was set up. And that's when it started to come to me. Like what happened to him? Yeah, exactly. NBA Youngboy is the highest trending. He was the most highest paid off of trends rapper. And they want that money or they want to control him. I don't know how to say this. But what funny to me is I don't know what is going on. But I think, okay, NBA Youngboy knew to a certain degree some of the stuff that he had to do. I don't think that he was down with all of it. I think sometimes when he was on drugs, they kind of manipulated him. I think maybe he agreed to, but I think he started getting tired of it. I don't know what it is about that man in Texas and what he kept coming for NBA Youngboy for Jay Prince. I don't know, but it's something behind that. So when he made that song Big Dog Who, that was telling you he was about to go against the grain. Right then, he was letting you know they're going to kill me in my own home. He was letting you know that was the elites coming for him. So that's when he made that song like Big Dog. I don't even give a damn. I'm the only one speaking up. Then academics again go to NBA Youngboy telling him he should make a song with, I think, the baby, and then talk about they're going to give you $1 million to make a song with 6ix9ine. And he said, no, who the fuck is academics to go and tell NBA Youngboy to make music with? And then he was like, I think NBA Youngboy on a different type of time, something. Next thing you know, he arrested. Always look for that. Academics, and what's the other one? Vlad. I can't think, but I'll tell y'all if it comes to me. He said he get all the drops first. Who? AK. And look at the stuff that be going on YouTube too. Like these people that's going back and forth. No jump. Glad yes. But I didn't know this either because I didn't know that Leo Cohen owns YouTube. I didn't know that. But they got their hands in all the pots. Leo Cohen and Jay-Z is like that. Jay-Z about to have let me shoot. I'm gonna have to let y'all know. It's something new that he about to get. I want to say it's not a credit card. I'm gonna look it up before I tell y'all, but they gonna have everything. Make street, they got the media, they got YouTube, they have it all sold up. No jumper, yeah. But people don't be believing us. They be thinking like we be crazy. But it's just not in the music either. Think about, we know it's in real life too, but think about like how like the actors and stuff is, how they did them Disney kids, how they do sick stuff to them too. Another message of sort, like Dirk's lawyer, he tells you before, hard to get in line. Yeah, I'm tripping on that lady. A police officer did look like Dirk's lawyer. But then they showed the same lady going out with that rapper Trouble. Make it make sense. Are they acting? Are they real lawyers? Like what? Then that lady, that mayor from Chicago, I don't know if somebody could tell me this. Mayor Lightfoot, is she related to Dirk? Somebody told me that that's his cousin. I don't know. If that's true, Dirk been in the bag. He been in the bag. Because she crooked as hell. She crooked as hell. They related. Like I said, Bond didn't have a chance before he got out of jail. They were setting him up to eat off him when they let him off that. I knew it. I just felt it in my heart. Like, in his mind, in his spirit, he could just left me in jail, I'll still be alive. So he related to her. She crooked. Police hated Von. He got off. They sent him to dirt. This play been going, it's a bunch of, this shit is crazy, but people will think I'm crazy, but I'm not. It's a bunch of people eating off Von. I don't even know, is it actually clones or what are they doing? The reason why I would think, because I don't think that's Gucci. And I definitely think that was like faux Kodak Blacks. Like, what the hell? It was a chubby one, a skinny one. Like, I think like whenever they go against the grain and they're not listening, they take them out. They take them out and they bring people in that's gonna listen so they can get paid off them. Yes, that's sad as hell. But see, but people don't think that deep. Like they'll think that you crazy. Like, but they don't understand spirit. Like my family and the people that know me, they know I'm not crazy. They know, like if I love you, or like if you close to me, sometimes I get a thought in my mind. I have to get up and go tell you, like, don't go this, or if this happened, and they be looking at me like, but they know, they'll listen because something that came to my mind. But when I first started getting that on my heart about Von, and I really had to like, because I was driving Lyft, and I used to be out by myself. I would pull over. He had me looking at videos and stuff. And then like I'll go home and something in my mind, like look something up on YouTube, like when I seen that Welcome to the O with Karen Civil. And I always knew Karen Civil had something to do with Nipsey. But I didn't realize how many people she had been around that actually died. It's crazy, but yeah. So they use different people in this stuff. Like they use a lot of the same people, but if you think about it, y'all, police never liked the violence, but they want to take that mural down. Now you got me in jail on a murder rap, and I just get out. That lady is his relative. They probably like, we let him out. He can make money. We can get paid off him. So if he would have cooperated, would have got money. If he didn't cooperate, he was gonna get money. Either way, he was messed up. It annoyed me too. That's why I'm like, I blocked that girl. I'm like, why are you even talking to me? Like, you saw me on YouTube. My name is Spiritual Gangster. So you DMing me on Instagram. You trying to be nosy, you trying to find out information, because I'm not going to ever tell you nothing personal about anybody that I help. That's not what a real spiritual person that's trying to help you do. So you asking me questions about age, I'm not going to never tell you nothing personal about that. You ask me something general, if you want some, or something general, and we can you need some type of guidance or something. But she kept going back and forth with me like it's a matter of fact. Like, let me tell you what's a matter of fact, sweetheart. If you follow me, then you gotta know that I just didn't wake up one day talking about Von. Like I'm just talking about him, be talking about him. This is what I was led to do. I didn't want to believe in the beginning that Dirk has something to do with it either, because I'm like, this is his friend. And my heart just broke. And I just started crying. I'm like, what the hell am I crying for? I don't think it was just my tears. I think it was his tears that he was hurt, that his friend fucking set him up or had something to do with it. But he still, and not really, when I pulled and I asked him, did Dirk have something to do with it? He still wanted to show gratitude towards him for him getting him out the situation. But his heart was broken and something. And one of the reasons I just was crying so bad, and I'm like, this is just not my tears. This is not my tears. So I'm like, girl, I'm not about to go back and forth with you with something you're not trying to clearly see. I said, because if you don't understand the world's not surface, if you're not willing to elevate your thinking, we're wasting our time here. You don't have to believe what I'm saying, but what I want you to understand is everything is not what somebody gives you. I mean, who don't know that? They're gonna tell you anything to make you believe whatever. And if you think everything you see is just what it is, I'm wasting my time with you. I blocked her ass. I mean, I want to say this to y'all. Like, I think those, um, that's like any neighborhood, right? Or any ghetto that kids go through whatever they go through with bad stuff. Like in Detroit, like back in the 80s, we was known as the murder capital. Like before Katrina, New Orleans was really bad. You know, it moves around. Something about Chicago, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I just feel like it's something there that's over it. And I feel like with anything, they want us as black people to take ourselves out so they don't have to do the dirty work anyway. But when they were younger and they got into this thing with this back and forth beefing, which yeah, so I when I did my research, I found out with the gangs what had happened. So when the older people had went to jail, there was no organization. So when Vine and people their age came, I guess they just so all the people that was making money and had everything together, they all went to jail. So then they lost structure. So then when the younger kids came in and have structure and it came more about beef or something, I don't know, I did look that up. But what I want to say is when those kids was on Twitter and they used to be telling each other, well, I'm over here, I'm here, I'm gonna come do this to you, I'm gonna come do that to you. The police could have been stopped that. You can't tell me they couldn't. But they just didn't want to. So I think that those kids was fighting for a long time. And that's why I believe when Von did say that him and Dirk did talk and they squashed that they were tired of it. They didn't want to keep doing it. But people don't want to believe it. I believe it. I do. And I believe that whatever happened in ATL after that, when they went to court, Von knew then he started to see Dirk for who he was. Because Dirk did not get Von out of jail. Dirk did not get Von his own lawyer. Asian did. And that was not Von's shit. That was Dirk's shit. I don't know, y'all. It's just crazy. And then the reason why we care so much, people like, why do y'all care? I got nothing to do with y'all. Because it's against the natural way of order. People are manipulating energy or taking people off this planet for their own gain. So that's why people feel so heavy or deeply about these people they see die because they really wasn't supposed to die at that time. The police encouraged it. I can believe it. You're so right. You can't outshine the master. I want to tell y'all so much, Lord. Y'all think I'm crazy. Because at the end, Von really started to see what was surrounding him. And he knew that basically all the people who was around him was snakes. But if you think about it, think about want to know what the hell does Von's cousin Bonnie do? I really want to know because I want to know why Dirk flying him out on private jets when he don't even know how to take care of his own people in OTF. Was Bonnie a part of the people that he helped use to get the one up on Von? What did Bonnie do? He don't even help his people in OTF, so you got him flying on a. I mean, I don't know, y'all. People don't see what I see. Glitch in the system. Yeah, Dirk is. I don't know, y'all. Wow. What's crazy to me is like even with that ATO case, it seemed like all you heard, all you saw was Von and Dirk. We never even knew it was really 4 people in the car that night. Why was that? That's what I'm saying. So if Dirk got connections to that lady, I don't know. It's crazy because you got to think about it. I got to feel like what's really going on. If it was 4 people in that car, how come they was the only 2 people we seen in court? It's crazy, y'all. The whole situation is crazy. I just want these people that feel like they getting away with doing all this stuff to reap what they sow. Exactly. And Bezu not, right? But Von and the other guy is, right? The people think, like when I be telling them that after the ATL case, Von really wasn't fucking with Dirk, they don't believe me. It was Bezu, another young man, King Von, Dirk. I can't think of the other young man's name. So him and King Von is dead. So the other guy, and which he one of Dirk's enforcers, is still alive, and Dirk is the third one too. In my mind, I be hearing some like you can hear him sometimes. He be like, I'd have been better off in jail. He'd still be alive. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think it's no mere coincidence that 9 or 10 people done died around Dirk. Like, I don't know if it's 9 or 10 people, but it's a lot. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I mean, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Right. Only based on Dirk. Hella Bands. That was his name, Hella Bands. I think something happened to him in Florida, Miami or something. I don't know. You're right. I don't know, y'all. I mean, and in my mind, like when the story first, like when Bob months ago, I just go back and look back because I'm telling you, I used to feel it so. I could just feel it. Cause different stuff would come to me out of nowhere. Like I would be confused about him, and I'd be thinking like, well, he didn't hardly live, you know. He was already going through what he went through as a kid. Then when he got out of jail, he didn't live. He just had to try to do something for his family. So it's like he wanted me to see who he was. So no, one night I was just up thinking, and I looked. I don't know what I have not found this video since, But it was a video that said about him going back to Chicago around Christmas, and the lady was giving out stuff for the community, and Von seen her. And he got out and asked the lady, "What are you doing?" This is when I was trying to like really see who he was. And the lady said, "Well, I'm trying to make sure the kids got a good Christmas or whatever." And he said, "Well, who you working with? What church you working for?" You know how Von is. She's like, "I'm not working for a church." And he asked her was something else. She said, "I do this for myself." So she said he walked away, went to the car, and came back with a stack of money. He said, "I don't have any presents, but I got this money. Can I give the money to the kids?" And she said, "Yeah." And she was like, at the end, once he gave all the money away, he told her, "I wish we had somebody like you that came and tried to help us when we were younger." Right, right, like G Herbo, right, not like Dirk. And they always want to blame something on Von Joy. They can't blame everything on Von. You know what? Is Take 600 the one who's I think I did. I'm gonna go back. I'll refresh my memory. I think he was saying something about how Von was when he was in prison, and saying that Asian was really not what people thought. I'm gonna go back and I'll look at it again. That's true. He did have a heart. He was loyal. It was ingrained in him. He got that from his bloodline. And that's a different thing too. Like with the industry, people don't be getting like you got pretenders out here. People that's out here are whole actors pretending to be what they want to be. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Drake is a pretender. I think Dirk is a pretender. But you got authentic people who got it, like Von or like Nipsey or like a Pac or like Pop Smoke, who they just got it. But they got to recreate themselves or find a flow or steal something to get what they got. If you don't got that and you want it so badly, there's no telling what they do to get it. I don't know, because when you start to manipulate energy, you're doing these rituals, you're doing all this sick stuff, we don't know their way of thinking anymore. Oh yeah, Von dated that girl. I can't think of her name. He dated one of his friend's sister. I seen her say something about Von too, and she was talking about them crazy ones. I can't think of her name. Yeah, I think Mina. I seen her. Right, they only come along so often. It's crazy, and then you know what? Then I be hearing stuff in music. People be thinking I'm crazy, so I hear stuff in music. If you look at that video, I want y'all to go look at it, and y'all come back and we gonna talk about this video. The video Going Bad with Drake and Meek Mill. Go look at that video. Look at the colors Meek Mill got on. Look how they behind Meek Mill. That was his coming out party to me. I don't know. Y'all can look at it. Look how Meek got his hands, like the symbols he put up. And this Going Bad video, Meek was supposed to be the focal point of the video. You see all the other men around them, but they steady kept flashing it back to Nipsey Hussle. I got this from Kay Says, and she told us to go look at this video. This was last year, so I looked at it and I peeped it. It's like they was trying to tell us supposed to be Meek, then Nip was supposed to be up next. Nip was like, I'm not doing that, boy. Meek flashed, he had the colors on, he flashed the signs, everything. When they put it on Nipsey never put no symbols. He just had his hand over hand. It kept flashing to him. You would see. And one of them songs when Drake was like, it must have been a victory lap. To me, that's like a diss. Like you letting us know you had something to do with Nipsey. You weren't even cool with Nipsey Hussle like that. To be told it must be a victory lap. What is that supposed to mean? I don't like Drake. Something about Drake gives me bad energy. I know he has something to do with it. I don't care. I think he did. He probably eating off Nipsey's energy and XX Tentacion. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't know. I like Drake. All right, you teaching me something. They marked a lot of people in that video. Okay. Yes, I say the same thing. Energy harvester. Oh my God. See, I know I ain't crazy. Yes. What else I was gonna tell y'all? Okay, it's a song after Von died. Cardi B. I gotta hear the lyrics. But she had one of Von's lyrics at the end of her song, and I'm like, these motherfuckers think they slick. Like you can hear the shit. What did she say? I have to go and listen because I heard it. I heard it. I'm like, it was one of Von's lyrics, and I'm thinking like, why is she saying that? You said go back and watch it. A lot of people had next, and they failed or made it. Wow. I'm gonna go back and watch it again too with y'all because it's sad when you think about some of this stuff and how these people are and like the losses that we've been taking for so many years with like with this music stuff or just in general. Just it's just like it's just not like Whitney Houston. I don't care what nobody say. I think they killed her. There's a lot of people. I don't know, y'all. Okay. Can you do a video? I will on the rituals. Okay. Now I'll tell y'all this in my mind what I think. When they say that people in the end, okay, so I gotta do some more research too. But you know who else is a good person to learn about stuff that in real time that's going on, and he will like if you belong to his channel, he will let you know about the stuff that the industry do. Storm Monroe, and a lot of stuff that I already know. I guess he'll break it down for you. But anyway, with with the when people say you sell your soul, to me, I don't think it's actually the fact that they're selling their soul. I think it's the immoral stuff that they have them do, they have over them. And that's what the selling of the soul comes. So when you do this immoral stuff that they either videotape you, they know you did it, they have that over your head. That's true. And rituals are not always done with people knowing it. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all this. They've been tricking us for a number of years, using our own strengths, our own powers against us. we gonna you're right. I'm gonna start writing down and we're gonna start going over some of this stuff because I wanna tell y'all, even like with the ABCs, all of it is tricks, like abracadabra, it's like magic. When you're reading a book, with these white folks, they make a book. It's a chapter in a book. It's a verse in a book. It's always stuff. Like they've been trying to program us for a long time. And some of us been asleep and we still probably being programmed. But because we waking up or because we got this inherent gene in our body that makes us dominant over them, a lot of us don't fall for it. And always go outside and get your sunlight because we get our downloads from our sunlight. We are melanated, so we get our wisdom and stuff. That's why when you see them old people long time ago on the porch, but they know everything, sitting out in the sun all day, they was getting all their downloads. When they tell you don't go outside because it's pandemic, take your ass outside and get fresh air, get sunlight, go by the water. We need all that. Like they said, the birthday song is a ritual. A lot of that stuff, y'all. Like the words we say, like that's why black people start saying, which is already in our history, to say grand risings, but we don't supposed to say good morning. Who are we mourning? I'm not mourning anybody. So a lot of their words and stuff is tricks and manipulation. It's a lot. See, we are children. Like we need the moon, the stars, the sun. And then that's another thing, like about the rituals and stuff. I want you ask me tonight. But people like, oh, Beyonce dropped a song just on a random day on Thursday. No, it be about the month, the time. It's all the positioning. That got to do with stuff too. They be knowing it's energy. She be knowing like, I gotta drop this on Thursday 27 when the moon is full. She be knowing that don't be no random stuff when they be just doing stuff like that. Mm-mm. Those are part of like different like rituals as well. Like they just don't drop an album on Tuesday at 10 o'clock because that's just a random time. No. Never heard of her. Patty agree. Water is a portal, and that's why they have to be careful with it. It's powerful. You can teach me some stuff. You've been teaching me some stuff. Man, that's why we have to be here to talk and grow together because a lot of people are so used to not thinking for themselves, or even if they think a little bit different and somebody tells them they wrong, they don't stick with it. If a million people going this way, I'm gonna be one of the two going that way. They watch a lot of us, y'all. I mean, with our phones, sure, it's crazy. And I'm so torn about this vaccine. This vaccine, I don't know. I mean, I'm like I don't mess with COVID. COVID don't mess with me. And we got a godlike gene in our body, and our DNA. We have superior DNA over them, and I don't know why they are pushing this vaccine so hard. I don't want them messing up my DNA. I don't know, And if anything is true, about the year 2025. It's supposed to be some things happening like in the near future. I don't I, I don't know. I don't want to mess with that vaccine. It's something about that vaccine. How are you? Yes, I am tired. I just seen that. I was watching. I didn't even know. I had been on Instagram and I seen a hurricane was coming. That's crazy. Water does calm you. That's why I always go down by the water. Water does calm you, and that probably is true. Somebody told me one time to put a bowl of water under my bed. You can run water, hearing water run, just going sitting by the water, it resets you. It's very calming. I know y'all. We're gonna get together tomorrow because look, I've been working 6 days. Yeah, I had to work this morning. We have to, you know what we gonna do? We gonna, all this stuff that we wanna learn about, we gonna write them down and we gonna start to come back, do our research and start talking over them together. That's what we gonna do so we can learn together. Right, the intent. That's hard to say, Joy, like the actual definition of being a clone because we don't know if this is hearsay or what. But I remember after Gucci Bear got out, his brother, was it his brother? He was like, we don't know him. Gucci don't even look like Gucci. I mean, I don't know, y'all. We could be crazy, but I don't think I'm crazy. I don't think these people are these people. And it was somebody that was locked up with Gucci, and it was like they killed Gucci in prison. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me, do y'all think that's Kodak Black? Cause I don't. I think about 3 or 4 people that played Kodak Black since he got out of jail. Don't even look like Kodak Black to me. But what time is it? I don't even know. Oh, it got late. It's 12:30. So we can make a time tomorrow. We come back. We can do another live. There's some stuff I wanted to. I'm gonna get some of these books that I was gonna tell you that I have. I need to go back and read. You think Trap House Kitchen said he knew Gucci prior and he's not the same and he's no longer talks to his family since he got out. I can't remember what. That's true. I don't think he looked the same, and I don't understand why. I don't think he even did he go to his mother's funeral. It's just some weird stuff. Joy, I can't remember what she said on that song that had Von's lyrics, but I knew it was a diss. Right. I gotta tell y'all because I'm gonna go back and look. It was one book, I think it's called E equals MC squared, but I don't remember who wrote it. But then there was another book that if y'all want to know about what's going on right now, y'all probably I don't know if you heard about it. It's this man, his name was called Behold the Pale Horse, and his name is William H. Cooper. A lot of the stuff that's going on right now with this pandemic and all that is in there. And then I need to go look up some books for us so we can start breaking down like all the stuff that they be trying to hide in front of our faces. Like, what did it say? Uh-uh. No, he didn't go. He had to detach from to live. Yeah, it ain't for the faint of heart, but you gotta. Once you see, you can't go back. Like once you start opening your eyes, there's no going back. So you gotta have to keep going ahead. It's like that's what happened with me 3 or 4 years ago. Like when no, it's been more longer than that. I've been on a journey to seek higher. Had to be about 4 or 5 years ago. But once you start to see, there's no going back. You can only go higher because it's like you can't go back to where you was with your eyes closed. Now your eyes open. You got to keep going higher now. Oh, his family. He detached from them. A part of the agreement for Gucci to live. But is that even really Gucci though? Because it don't even look like Gucci shit. But how can you do that though? Like, how can you, if that's really Gucci, how can you just detach from your family like that? I think that if if it was the real Gucci, he went around his. I mean, if it's not him, and he go when his brother said we don't know who he is, so he go around people who would really know Gucci, they would know it ain't him. Oh, the name Gucci, not the man. So you teach me stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna look up some of them books so I can tell y'all some of the books so we can read them together and we can learn because the person's not him, right? And what do y'all think that Keisha K. Orr got to do with it? I was looking at something that said Keisha K. Orr was going out with Yo Gotti before Gucci or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just glad that Asian got off that 1017 label. People tried to act like it was a bad thing. No, that was a good thing. You don't need to be signed. She wanted to get some. She was looking to be signed a couple months ago. She felt like she was out here alone. Like we were all trying to tell her, like, just keep doing your independent thing. You don't want to be signed. You see, a lot of times you sign them contract stuff start to happen. Right. I never thought about that. See, you gotta start thinking deeper. Yeah. Keisha K or probably his handler. Mm-hmm. And that baby, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get back, guys. But tomorrow, let's see. Let's make a time. Hey, after 5, I'll come back. I'm gonna get some rest, y'all. See, I know I'll be crazy. I can't think. I wish I could tell y'all. I was in the car and I heard Cardi B say that shit, and it just clicked in my mind like those was Von's words. I'm like, you think you slick? These people be thinking they slick, man. I'm like, these people think they slick. I'm not saying Cardi B has something to do with whatever, but I don't know if they told her to say it so it could be like a diss or what, because you got to follow the industry. And that's just like how them alter egos, like how Beyonce got whatever's her alter ego. What's her alter ego? Nah, Megan Thee Stallion got an alter ego. I wonder where they have Cardi B get an alter ego. Pooh, I mean Pooh Shiesty. Oh, Sasha Fierce, right? Because back in when she first came out with Sasha Fierce, she was on Oprah, and she didn't even know how to. They didn't hide it very well back then, because she was like, "This be my coming out or something," and it was the first time, and I'm thinking like, who the hell is coming out? Because you've been performing. She was talking about Sasha Fierce. It was a lady who went to one of her concerts, and she was saying that she was a real big Beehive fan, and she was like happy to be there. But at the middle of the concert, she said Beyonce told them to all stretch their hands towards her or something to give them her energy. And she said she just felt weird as hell. And she said she looked around the arena and just seen all these people doing this, and she was like, oh, hell no. Oh, see, I don't know too much about Gucci Man's background. They got the they got the hair that bread then left. All this shit is crazy. You know what? It's all about the timing too, because for the longest I didn't want to think T.I. was with the shits, but yeah, he with the shits too. So when when Kodak Black said whatever he said about Nipsey, no, about Lauren, and T.I. was like, you need to apologize. Then Kodak was like basically bucking, and then he said something about T.I.'s daughters. And then the next thing you know, Kodak Black was arrested. I'm like, wow, okay. Now, I don't know who T.I. pissed off or what he didn't do that he was supposed to do. He let the ball drop on him and Tiny with a surviving T.I. and Tiny mess, because I'm in my 40s and it's been rumors about them sleeping with people for years. It's nothing new. T.I. and Tiny been sleeping with women, or supposedly, allegedly, having threesomes for years. I know some of my friends were dancers. Some of my friends used to work in Atlanta as bartenders, and they would say how they took women home all the time. And this is from years, years. You know what I'm saying? Years. Now, why is it so important now for it to come out now? It's always the timing of it. And for that girl to say, well, he put a gun out on me years ago, why you didn't say something years ago? And why did you go back around him after it happened? So when he put his hat behind behind that mayor, I don't know if that has something to do with doing this. I think it has something to do with politics. And I think it might have something to do with T.I. not doing something that somebody probably told him to do. Who fumbled the bag? He didn't be quiet, and he didn't give up the son in return. Who, T.I.? You said you got a 20. Okay, probably, It's bigger than, T.I. from. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with T.I. I don't know if it's over. Is it quite over for him yet, or what? They're going to humiliate him some more. You know, And then when I open my eyes and I see this stuff, and then when I get to seeing that some of the people that before I open my eyes are with the stuff, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to accept it, but then I'll be knowing, and I'll be like, oh. And that's why I'm like in my mind, I hate to think it, but I'm like, was T.I. down with the play with Nipsey? And I'm like, Lord, they are, I don't know, y'all. On my bracelet, these are some different bracelets that I know this is amethyst. The purple one makes you calm and bring you peace. I can't remember what this blue is exactly for, but I know it bring you money. I have to look up and tell y'all what exactly mean. Different stones do different things. This was to protect you, and this bigger blue one it has something to do with weight loss too. I'm gonna go back and watch that video. They humbling them. And then another thing I was thinking too, like with this pandemic, that they was getting rid of like a lot of the older energy. You see, like a lot of older people were passing in the industry. I was thinking so they could usher the new energy in. Yeah, T.I. was in it. I seen it. His ass was in it. That T.I. Who stood out to me? I know T.I. was in it. You know who else don't look right to me after Nipsey passed? Mustard. Mustard or YG. They both like they flipped to industry to me now. Like right after Nipsey died, they both dyed their hair looking different. And I know Mustard was in the video. I don't know what YG was. But it was crazy that when I was looking up with the Karen Civil work with Empire, and the first thing popped up was her and YG. Jay Prince was in the video too. Yeah, I gotta go back and look at that again. Maybe it was the changing of the guard. I know that was Meek Mill coming out though, because he had that red and black on, and then he was throwing up them symbols, and they kept flashing it on to Nipsey, and I'm thinking like, wow. Somebody told me that everybody think Jay Prince was the gangster, but supposedly his older brother was, and he came in behind him. I don't know, but I didn't do my research on that one. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get the books. I'm gonna look up some of the books I want us to read and research together, and then we'll go over them. And we gonna learn together. I think that video can be. It had to come before Nip's death. I'm thinking because he was in it. Nipsey was in it. I think that, yeah, I think that video had to come before Nipsey's death. I'm believing. It's just like whatever song that is where he like it must be a victory lap. I'm thinking you and Nipsey weren't even cool like that. Like, why are you even using his stuff? Again, he said before his stuff to let you know he was marked right. All right, y'all. I really enjoyed y'all today. So I'm gonna look up some of the books. I'm gonna look back, and we gonna look at them because once you start to open your eyes and understand that it's more than what we've been told, you can never go back. So you got to keep on going forward because now you You a soldier in the spiritual war now. All right, I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night.